नमस्कार दोस्तों। आज हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं ऑर्गेनन ऑफ मेडिसिन का पहला एफेरिज्म, एफेरिज्म 1। एफेरिज्म 1 को हम ऑर्गेनन ऑफ मेडिसिन का जिस्ट बोल सकते हैं और हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं कौन से टॉपिक एफेरिज्म 1 का इम्पॉर्टेंट है और ओरल्स में क्या क्या पूछा जाता है। आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस about the terms which are going to be asked in your orals. So, let's get started. Aphorism 1 says, "The physician's high and only mission is to restore the sick to health, to cure, as it is termed." Now, I will be discussing the terms one by one. Now, first of all, what are the questions which are frequently asked in your viva table? Why the is written in capital in the aphorism 1? So, your answer should be, it is the Victorian style of writing. Simple, it is the Victorian style of writing. Next, who is a physician? Now, your answer will be, according to Organon of Medicine, the word or the sentence to explain the physician, Hahnemann used the true practitioner of the healing art. Right? Who is a physician? The true practitioner of the healing art. In other way, we can say physician is an individual or a person who is skilled enough in the practice of healing art or in the practice of healing art. So, who is a physician? The true practitioner of the healing art or an individual who is skilled enough in the art of healing. Right? Next, why high and only has been used? Now, why high and only has been used? In first edition of Organon of Medicine, it was mentioned as highest, but later on, the highest has been replaced by high and only. Why? Because the physician has so many things to do, not only to treat the patient, he has a responsibility for the community to generate awareness among them, to generate hygiene condition, hygiene, health and hygiene, to promote hygiene and many other stuff. But here our master Hahnemann wants to stress on the mission, on the cure. Here the first aphorism states that to cure, high and only. What is the high and only mission? That is cure the patient, right? So that is cure the mission. And another question can be asked, why only is written in italics? Because Hahnemann wanted to stress on the word only, because the prime duty of the physician, the main duty of the physician is to cure the patient, his patient, and relieve him from his sufferings, right? So that is high and only. Next, what is mission? What do you mean by mission? The mission, the original word that was used by Hahnemann was beruf, B-E-R-U-F, beruf. But R.E. Dudgeon, while translating the word beruf, used the word mission. In simple meaning, the purpose for which we are born. But it has a deep meaning. The beruf itself means occupation, profession, calling, object, etc. But R.E. doesn't use the term mission to signify it as a noble profession, because it is commonly said that doctor is a second god. So it is a noble profession, it is a pure profession. That is why it is called as mission. Okay, now Next, our next question is, who is sick? It's a very important question, and it is the basic concept of organon of medicine. If you don't clear these concepts, you will not be able to read organon of medicine properly, because these are the basic terms which you should be cleared, right? Who is sick? Simply we can say any altered man is sick. Any altered man. But if we try to elaborate it, if you want to make it more precise, then we can say any altered man as a whole, you must say as a whole, due to derangement of the vital force is called sick, right? Any altered man, it can be mental derangement, it can be physical derangement, it can be spiritual derangement. Any alteration in the man's state of health is called sick. Any altered man as a whole due to derangement of vital force is called sick. Okay. Later on, we will discuss how Kent defines sick. He says, we are sick by born. Okay. Okay, leave it. So, who is sick? Any altered man as a whole due to derangement of vital force is called sick, right? Now, a question can be asked, what is the difference between a sick and a disease, right? So, disease is sickness. A sick person, the after effects of the sick, right? After effects of the sick. We are sick. When we get exposed to any exciting cause, then we become then we suffer from sickness, right? Then we suffer from disease. Then the disease comes. The after effects of sick is disease. Okay. When a sick produces sign and symptoms, that is manifestations, then it will be called as a disease, right? Okay. Next is, what do you mean by health? What do you mean by health? Okay. Health has a great meaning, right? In Aphorism 9 of Organon of Medicine, the definition of health has been stated, and you should be clear about that. You must remember that, right? What says Aphorism 9? It says, in the healthy state of man, the spiritual vital force, the dynamis that animates the material body, rules with unbounded sway and retains all the parts of the living organism in the admirable, harmonious, vital operation as regards both sensation and function, so that our indwelling reason gifted mind can freely employ this healthy instrument for the higher purposes of our existence, right? So, this is the fact. This is the definition of health according to Organon of Medicine. You have to remember that. If you want to get good marks in Organon of Medicine, you have to remember that, right? Next. And in your writtens, two types of questions will be asked. Definition of health according to who? World Health Organization. That is, it is. So now, according to who, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity, right? According to who? But according to Organon of Medicine, in Aphorism 9, it has been stated, Aphorism 9 deals with the vital force, role of vital force in health, and definition of health in Organon of Medicine. What is the definition of health? That in healthy condition of man, the spiritual vital force, the dynamis that animates the material body, rules with unbounded sway and retains all the parts of the organism in admirable, harmonious, vital operation as regards both senses and function, so that our indwelling reason gifted mind can freely employ this healthy instrument for the higher purposes of our existence. I will discuss each and every term of Aphorism 9 later on, right? So, that is health. Next, our next topic is, what do you mean by cure? Cure is a great term. Cure is a very, very deep term, right? You can say cure in many ways. First, recovery undisturbed by after sufferings. Recovery undisturbed by after sufferings. Another way to define cure is removal and annihilation of the whole perceptible sign and symptoms in rational way. In rational way. You must say rational way. Rational way means by following all the principles of homeopathy, all the fundamental rules of homeopathy, by following Organon of Medicine. And when cure always follows the Hering's law of cure, that is within outward, from above downward, from the more important organ to less important organ, and in the reverse direction of appearance of symptom, right? So cure can be defined in two ways. First, recovery undisturbed by after suffering, and removal and annihilation of the whole perceptible sign and symptoms in rational way, or we can say removal of the totality of symptom in rational way. That can be a definition, right? But in aphorism 2, the highest ideal of cure is not cure and highest ideal of cure is not same, right? The highest ideal cure has its own characteristics, right? So highest ideal of cure is aphorism 2. But if you are asked to define cure, then recovery undisturbed by after suffering. It can be a short answer, right? And after that, if your examiner asks you to elaborate it, you can describe in the following manner, like by the use of Hering's law of cure and aphorism 2 and the definition I have told you earlier, right? Next, what do you mean by as it is termed? Why as it is termed has been written at the end of the aphorism? Look, as it is termed, before as it is termed, after cure, a comma is there. In Organon of Medicine, each and every, the comma has a great significance, right? So as it is termed means as the cure has been termed. How the cure has been termed, that is the aphorism 2. Okay, you got it. So how the cure has been termed. So what it signifies? The physician's high and only mission is to restore the sick to health, to cure, as it is termed. The physician has to cure the sick. How? As it is termed. That by following the highest ideal of cure, the characteristics or the conditions of highest ideal of cure, how the cure has been termed, right? So we have end our aphorism, but another important term, that is theoretic medicine. It is written in the footnote. What is theoretic medicine? Theoretic medicine is nothing but the brainwash made by the allopathic physicians. What they do, they just show themselves so learned. They will explain the cause of disease and they will make hypotheses. They will make their own imagination, own false and empty speculations, by which they will confuse the patient and make the patient to do surgery and all. So what is theoretic medicine? It is nothing but the false and empty speculation made by the so-called rational physicians, right? They want to show themselves learned, and they confuse people, right? And the thing is, Hahnemann says that he has seen so many physicians waste their time and their talent by explaining how the disease is produced, how how it will damage your body, and how destructive it is. But in fact, you are a physician. You should not tell your patient how it has been developed or how it will do in future. Your prime duty, your one and only duty, your high and only mission is to cure that patient, to make him free from his sufferings, right? That will be the prime aim, prime mission of the physician. So these are the terms which are frequently asked in your oral examination, and later on I will be uploading more video lectures on Organon of Medicine in different aphorisms, in different aspects. Not only Organon of Medicine, I will upload videos on pathology, I will upload videos on materia medica, physiology, and many other subjects. So thank you, thanks for the day, stay tuned.